Hello, welcome to my 2023 vinyl collection. If you don't know me, hi, I'm AJ, also known as the Glitter Archives. I'm 23 years old, living in New York City, and I work as a data analyst and an Etsy seller on the side, but most of all, I love music. Behind me here, I have my vinyl collection storage, and to my right, I have my vinyl wall, which is where I tend to put my favorite albums. Right now, it's Christmasified, so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to kind of go through my whole collection. I bought a ton of discounted records to fill out the wall to make it look all Christmassy, but there are some up here that I really like as well. So at the end of the video, I'll go through them. Full disclosure, it is almost a month into 2024 now. So I'm doing this a bit late, but I've only gotten 2 new records in 2024 and I've removed them from this collection so that this can truly be a 2023 in full collection. The way I organize my collection is by artist last name and then within that release order. Some artists of note that I have a pretty hefty collection for: Taylor Swift, Tessa, Dodie, laufey I have a ton of vinyl for. So I will put timestamps throughout this video if you want to jump around to specific artists. I do have a Discogs, which if you don't know is a record keeping, it's a funny pun, record keeping website for vinyl. My Discogs says that I have 166, but I will not be going through 166 today. I will be skipping over all of the Christmas vinyl that I have up here, except for some of the ones that I really like and am really proud of, like this one right here. So I will only be going through things that I have protected in sleeves. Also, I did say earlier, I am a data analyst. And I really like spreadsheets, so I actually don't have a full record of my collection. I do use Discogs for that. So I figured this also would be a good opportunity to collect some data about my collection, and at the end I will go through some stats like how much colored vinyl I have, what's the 2LP, 1LP, 7-inch, 10-inch, etc. I will go through all of that at the end. I'm going to take this time to kind of run through everything, and then I'm going to crunch some numbers and I will be back. Let's just jump right in. Starting off strong with the 1975. This is the live with the BBC Philharmonic Orchestra Record Store Day exclusive, I believe from 2023. And this is a clear disc. Next, we have Adele, 21, just a standard black. Next, Abbey Road, The Beatles, also black. Nothing special about this. This was just like $20. It's not a special press. Next, my BTS collection. I do have all of the 7-inch singles. On, Dynamite, Life Goes On, and Butter, all on standard black, 7-inch. I'm not a huge 7-inch fan, so you will see that I don't have a ton of these, but I am so happy to have the entire BTS discography that has been released on vinyl, including Love Yourself, Her on the standard black, and this is the official pressing, and I say that because I also have Love Yourself, Tear, the unofficial pressing. I got this on eBay, standard black as well. They did just announce the official pressing, so I will have 2 beautiful pressings in my collection, and I love that for me. Next, my Miley Cyrus collection. I do need more from her. This is Endless Summer Vacation on the Target White. Next, we have my Dodie collection, starting out with the UEP. This is a 10-inch on white. I don't have 10-inch sleeves. This is the only 10-inch in my collection, so I figured the 12-inch will suffice. I also have Human on standard black. If you follow me on my TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts, you know that this arrived incredibly damaged, but it is signed, which I'm so grateful for. I also have Build a Problem on the Coke bottle clear. This is also signed. And I have the Hot Mess Record Store Day exclusive, which is also on that clear vinyl. Next, I have Billie Eilish, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? This is on, I believe, the Target, like, gold yellow. This was actually one of the first records in my collection. Next, I have Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. This is on the repress gold from Target, I believe. Next, I have my very small Fizz collection. As you can tell, I'm a really big Dodie fan. So this is The Secret to Life by Fizz. I have the special color-in edition from the artist's pre-orders, which is green, and then I have the standard black as well. Francis Forever Paranoia Party. This is a 45, and it's on this beautiful baby blue, and it's also signed. I also have Orla Gartland, Freckle Season, and this is on a beautiful clear. Next, I have my Ariana Grande collection. There's a lot here. I have Dangerous Woman twice. I have the traditional black, but also the black and purple pressing. I also have two Thank You Next. I have the Target clear, and I also have the Artist Web Store clear and pink split. Finally, I have the Yours Truly 10th Anniversary Edition, which is on that picture disc. Next, I have Halsey's Badlands on the baby pink. Next, we have IDK How, Razzmatazz on the peach swirl. Next, I have Imagine Dragons Night Vision, standard black. Next, I have J-Hope's Jack in the Box. I cannot find a single outer sleeve that fits this, so if you have this and have an outer sleeve recommendation, please, I want to protect him. I would protect him with my life. I love him. This is on red vinyl. Next, I have the Record Store Day exclusive Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, Elton John. This is that pretty red-white swirl. Next, I have my Small But Mighty Jonas Brothers collection. I have It's About Time on clear, and I also have the Love Bug single on the heart-shaped, I believe this is a 10-inch, 7-inch. It's really cute. Next, we have Fujikaze Help Ever Hurt Never. This is on clear, and it also came with a flexi disc, which is the only flexi disc that I have. This is the flexi disc for the Non Non TV remix, which is very cool. And I have Lady Gaga's The Fame. This is on the 15th anniversary blue. Next, I have my Lebe collection, starting with Typical of Me. This is second press, gold. We have Everything I Know About Love on the standard black. We have Bewitched standard edition. This is the web store clear sparkle. It's beautiful. Then we have the Bewitched spooky edition on the special pumpkin, which I love. We also have the Christmas with You on red. So yeah, I have Love, I Met You When I Was 18 on blue. Next, I have my Bruno Mars collection consisting just of 3 records. I have Doo-Wops on Hooligans on both black and yellow. And then I have just black for Unorthodox Jukebox. I have Shawn Mendes, self-titled, standard black. Next, I have my 2 Panic at the Disco vinyl. I have Death of a Bachelor, standard black, and Pray for the Wicked, standard black. Then I have my Katy Perry collection consisting of 3 of the anniversary vinyls, One of the Boys on the Cloud Blue press, Teenage Dream on the Candy Cane press, and Prism with the clear splatter. I also have I Think I'm Ready Coffee, the 7-inch single that came with One of the Boys. And yeah, next I have Tom Petty Wildflowers. This was a request from my partner. I also have Pink, The Truth About Love on the turquoise. I also have RM's Indigo on the beautiful clear and blue splatter, and Silk Sonic on black, but I do have another press coming. Next, I put all soundtracks together, so I will run through all of the different soundtrack vinyls I have. There's going to be a lot. First, for soundtracks, I have the Barbie album. I have it both on the standard pink and the alternate cover blue. I have 2 Bluey vinyl. The first being the season 1 soundtrack Bluey the album on a beautiful blue. Very apt. And I have the Record Store Day exclusive Bluey Dance Mode, which comes on a picture disc. Love it. I have Burlesque on pink. Next, I have Camp Rock on red. I have Cinderella, standard black. I also have Gravity Falls on red. I have Grease, very, very old pressing, on black. Next, I have Hadestown on black. This is actually a 3 LP and it comes in this pretty box. Next, I have Hello Dolly, also a very old pressing on black. I have Jesus Christ Superstar on black. Next, I have Monument Valley, which is a mobile game on white and blue. I have Snow White, standard black. I have Into the Spider-Verse on a picture disc. This actually didn't come with the cover, so I need to make a replacement. I have Stranger Things Season 3 on this stunning, like, brown swirl. I have Tangled, another picture disc that I need to get a cover for. And finally, for soundtracks, I have Turning Red, which is aptly red. Next, I have my Troye Sivan collection, only two. Blue Neighborhood on standard black. I really, really, really want the blue pressing, but I am not made of money. And then I have Something to Give Each Other, which is on the pretty baby pink. Next, I have my Harry Styles collection, only two records, just Fine Line on standard black, and Target exclusive Harry's House on that clear yellow. Next, I have my Taylor Swift collection. If you're just joining me, hi, I'm AJ. Nice to meet you. I have so many Taylor Swift vinyl. Not many special editions, so don't get your hopes up, but by far the artist that I have the most vinyl from. So let's get started. First, I have Debut, standard version, black. Next, I have Fearless, standard version on black. Hello, it's Editing AJ from the future. I just wanted to quick hop on and explain why I don't have all of the Taylor's versions yet. Don't cancel me, please. I am gonna get them someday, but for vinyl that I know I'll play often and I know is readily available, like I'm not worried about it selling out, I like to buy it secondhand off of eBay to help save a few bucks. I talk about this a little later in the video. I do aim to someday have a fully complete collection for Taylor, including record store day of releases, etc. But I am missing some right now. This is definitely a work in progress. It is all on my ISO. I was just honestly more worried about attending tour than making sure I had all of the releases immediately. I love to wait and get a good deal when I can, especially if I'm not in a super rush to get a specific vinyl. So yeah, just wanted to clear that up. Back to the video. I have Speak Now, standard version, also on black, and I have Speak Now on the violet marbled. Then I have Red, standard version, also black. I have 1989 standard version, also on black, and I have all of the limited edition versions of 1989 Taylor's version. This is the Target Tangerine. I also have the Sunrise Boulevard yellow, the Rose Garden pink, and the Aquamarine green. Next, I have Reputation on standard picture disc. I want the FYE orange so bad. Someday, maybe. Someday. But for now, the picture disc will have to suffice. Next, I have Lover on the pink and the blue. For Folklore, I have Betty's Garden, purple, and I have the Folklore Long Pond Sessions Record Store Day on the silver. I also have the Cardigan plus the songwriting voice memo 7-inch on gold. For Evermore, I have both the green and the Target red. Finally, for Midnights, I have three versions. The standard Moonstone blue, I have the Love Potion purple, and the Target special purple. And those are all of my Taylor Swift vinyl. So many. We are in the home stretch. Next, I have two 21 Pilots vinyl. I have Vessel on clear and Blurry Face on silver. I also have Watsky's X Infinity on red. And finally, we have my Tessa Violet collection, which is very extensive. We have Bad Ideas on the standard yellow vinyl and the Bad Ideas deluxe version on lemonade. And we have all four of the My God vinyls. First, we have the standard pink. Next, we have the Urban Outfitters clear. Here, I have the tour exclusive yellow, which was signed, but I did swap them out. This is the Newbury Comics white vinyl, but I did swap out the sleeves for display purposes. So this was from tour and it was signed. Finally, I'm going to quick run through the Christmas vinyl that I have. I'm going to grab the ones that I want to talk about.
A few moments later.
This is in no particular order. These are the ones that I bought with the intention of listening to. The rest I bought with the intent to maybe listen to, but also just display. We have Nightmare Before Christmas. This was the Target special. This comes on purple and yellow. This is the Michael Bublé Christmas album on red. Next, I have Mickey's Magical Holiday, which is on this beautiful blue and white splatter. Next, we have the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Eve and Other Stories on blue. Next, I have Seth MacFarlane and Liz Gillies' We Wish You the Merriest. I'm a big Liz Gillies fan, so when I saw she was releasing, I had to grab it. This is the web store exclusive green. Here, I have a Charlie Brown Christmas. This is on this beautiful green splatter. Here is a Pentatonix Christmas Deluxe. This is on white vinyl. I also have Ariana Grande's Christmas and Chill on the etched green. I bought this sleeve from an Etsy shop. I'll link them down below if you have this and you want to protect it as well. Now, that's what I call Christmas on this candy cane swirl. It's very pretty. I like the pink. And finally, we have Sabrina Carpenter's Fruitcake on this amazing sage green. I love this. I love this album. I'm a big Sabrina Carpenter fan. I need to get on it and get more of her vinyl. This was crazy to get, and I'm so glad I got this limited press. So that is my entire record collection. I'm going to go crunch some numbers and I will be back. And yeah.
3 hours later.
Hi! Oh. You got something there. Oh, you're good now. Hello. It's been a few hours. I have my laptop now. I have finished all of my data entry and I have some graphs and some data that I would love to show you about my collection. So starting off, I showed you about 70% of my collection. I did skip over some older secondhand records that I had purchased and a large majority of the Christmas ones behind me, but I do have them included in this breakout. Introducing you to the scope, we have 165 records, 165 pieces of data that we are able to manipulate every which way, and yeah. Starting out, I have a breakout of the amount of albums that I have and what sizes they are, whether they're 7 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches. As expected, a large majority of my collection is 12 inches, 155 of the 165 total, in fact. And I have 8 7 inches, which I'm surprised by. That's a lot higher than I was expecting, especially because I never play them. So it's very interesting to see that I have that many. And then I have 2 10 inches. Next, in terms of overall statistics, I wanted to know how many of each of my albums were 1 LP, 2 LP, 3 LP. This is just 12-inch long plays. And a large majority of these are single disc. 37 of them are 2 LP, and I do have 3 LPs. This, I didn't go into too much detail about whether something was considered an LP or a 12-inch, and I didn't count sides. I just was curious about actual discs. This is surprising to me. I definitely thought I had more 2 LPs in my collection, but I guess not. Next, my personal favorite chart, which I know you're also going to love, is my colors. So here I have a pie chart of the number of albums. Now this is colors by albums. So if something is multicolor, I've classified it into the closest color family for the purposes of this chart. The next chart will be discs. But here, half of all of my vinyl is black, which this does make sense to me, especially because I have so many of those very cheap Christmas secondhand albums. But I'm surprised I have so much color in my collection. I wouldn't expect that 50% of it was color and 50% of it was black. So this is a really cool breakout for me to see. I do have a ton of red and clear albums in my collection, which I'll be honest are not my favorites. I am a big fan of blues, yellows, pinks, purples. So yeah, that's what we are looking at here. I do also have the same chart sans Christmas albums. Black only takes up about 40% of my collection. So again, interesting breakouts. When I'm filtering out Christmas, I'm filtering out all Christmas. So that includes the ones that I did show in this video, like Fruitcake and Christmas and Chill, etc. Very fun. Then here I have the color breakout by disc. So this means that if there's a 2 LP, I'm counting it as 2 two separate pinks, and if there's multicolor, and for example, like the Lover album that has a pink and a blue, those are separated. This is interesting. It does make sense because a majority of my 1LPs are black. So if I'm changing it to the number of discs, it makes sense that there's even more color in my repertoire. But yeah, I really love that there's so much yellow, blue, purple, and pink in my collection. I also love the greens. Whites are I hate picture discs. If I never have to buy a picture disc again, I won't. I am very vehemently against picture discs. So hoping that that just continues to get smaller and smaller. I have debated selling mine, but there are a couple that are only printed on picture discs that I could not bear to get rid of. So yeah, and then it's very interesting. I have like one brown album. So that's the rarest color in my collection. Then I wanted to take a look at my multicolored discs. So I have 15 albums that are multicolored. 7 of them are what I would consider swirls. I include marble in this because I can't really tell the difference, I'm going to be honest with you. So I have 7 swirls, I have 4 splatters, I have 3 true multicolors, aka it's a 2 or more LP that have 2 different disc colors. So think Lover, the pink and the blue. And then I have 1 split vinyl, and yeah, those are my multicolored vinyls. Next, I have my top artist. You can probably guess who my top artist is, considering how much she takes up just in this frame. Taylor Swift. I have 20 albums of Taylor Swift's. That's crazy to me. Like, I know she has 10 releases, and I know she has some Taylor's versions and multiple variants of each, but the fact that I have 20 Taylor Swift vinyl and I don't even have the full collection is just absolutely mind-boggling to me, especially because I've been a fan for such a long time, since literally 2007? It's just crazy to me that this woman that I've grown up with is still making music today, and it's representative so much in my vinyl collection. Next is not an artist, but rather soundtracks. Soundtracks make up 20 albums in my collection. My next top artist is BTS. I have lumped RM's, Indigo, and J-Hope's Jack in the Box into this as well because they are both BTS to me. So yeah, my top artists, Taylor Swift, soundtracks, BTS, Tessa Violet, Ariana Grande, laufey, Katy Perry, and Dodie are all of my biggest artists. And then you can see here on this graph, I have anyone that I have more than 1 for. So if I have 2 or more, it's on this graph. Very interesting. Next, I was very interested to know where I had purchased these albums. So I remember whether I've purchased all of these albums online or in person, or whether I've received them as a gift. And this breakout is fascinating to me. The fact that I'm pretty much 50-50 split on whether I purchased something online or in person. That's wild to me. I would have expected that so much more of my purchasing was online, just because I feel like I'm getting records in the mail all the time. So this was super interesting to me and makes me feel reassured. Like, I'm so glad that I am going in person to buy. And I'm surprised that gift was so low. I thought I've received more vinyls as a gift, but I've only received 4 when I was doing the numbers, so that's wild to me. I also have a deeper breakdown of where specifically I bought it. So within the online category, I purchased the most through an artist store, so any artist web store. I purchased a ton from that because I do pre-order a lot of albums. My next top online source was eBay. I'm on eBay all the time. If I'm looking for secondhand or more rare items, I have all sorts of searches saved. So then the other online places, Discogs, I purchased a couple, and Amazon. When it comes to buying in person, I have bought more at record stores than anywhere else, online or otherwise. So happy that I'm not really buying from these big box stores. Even though they have these special pressings, I'm taking the time to buy from record stores. Other places that I bought it in person, Target, Barnes & Noble, and then I have a few that I could not remember exactly where I purchased it, but I know that I purchased it in person, so I just put it down as brick and mortar stores. It's either Barnes & Noble or Target, I'm not sure. The last place that I've bought vinyl in person is On Tour. That's definitely a way you can save on shipping. But yeah, so that's where specifically I've purchased all of my vinyl. This was just something interesting for me. I wanted to know how many of my vinyl was considered limited edition. So like if something was advertised as limited edition, because I find myself buying the limited edition because I'm so worried that it's going to sell out and I'm not going to be able to find it again. So this is reassuring. Less than I had thought were limited edition, only 16%. And when I filter out the Christmas albums, that goes up to about 20%, which again makes me feel better about myself. I do love to buy standard albums that I'm going to be playing a lot off of eBay secondhand. I do like variant collecting for some artists, and for others, I just really don't like black vinyl. I want it to be colorful when I'm playing it. It's just a personal thing. So yeah, this could be worse is my opinion. Finally, we have some miscellaneous data points. 5 of my vinyls were record store day exclusives. I've only participated in, I think, 1 record store day so far, so 5 of those were from the 2023 drop. So I'm very excited to see what's coming in 2024 and whether I'm going to be adding any more to that. In terms of signed vinyls, I have 3 signed vinyls, and then I have 3 vinyls that came with a signed card. I love when the jacket is signed. When it's a signed card, I don't know what to do with it. You see behind me that I have the vinyl wall on display, and I don't really know how to display a card within this. I love when the jacket is signed. I have 2 box sets, one being the Hadestown soundtrack and the other being Indigo. I have 1 unofficial press in my collection, and that's the Love Yourself tier. And then I have 2 specially shaped vinyls. I have the Jonas Brothers heart-shaped vinyl, and I have the Bewitched pumpkin cut. And then finally, I have 1 flexi disc, which is Fujikaze's Help Ever Hurt Never. And yeah, that is the data breakdown. Oh, I love that. That was so fun. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you found that interesting. If you have any questions about my collection, feel free to leave them down below. If you have any recommendations for storing a few of those vinyls that I was having trouble storing, please let me know. I am begging for your help here, especially with Jack in the Box. I would protect that man with my life, and I can't put it on the wall right now because I'm afraid. Hopefully we can make this a little yearly tradition so we can keep tabs on my collection. If you don't already, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, where I post short form content, a lot of concert videos, a lot of vinyl opening content, stuff like that. And I also have an Etsy shop where I sell custom commemorative concert tickets. If you're interested, feel free to check that out. That will be in the link in my description. And yeah, feel free to like this video if you like, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm on this whole year-long journey into becoming a YouTuber, and you'll want to be around for that. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you. I'm glad that you like my data breakdown. If you have any other breakdowns that you want me to include for data about my collection, please, I love researching questions when it comes to data. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye! Oh my god, hold on. I need to show you something. I stopped, but I realized that I need to show you something. You may be wondering where my mic is. My mic is right here. I have this whole system. Look at this right now. I have this is what I use for vinyl unboxings, and I just like hung my mic. I don't even know. Like this video and I'll get a new mic. Thanks. See you next week.